It's a call for accountability.
You fund government's charcoal to it's bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
I enjoy it.
Johnny, first and foremost, let me take this opportunity because I've been seeing you for quite some time. You are doing very good job for the mother Ghana. Remain undaunted.
This is our society,
Correct.
and it will take me and you to do it. That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite
every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnny can give you.
No.
You don't get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying. That the pressure Johnny and his people, the pressure they can give you, you don't get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Thursday. Good morning to you. Trust you're fine. Too many issues happening in a small country like Ghana that's struggling to catch attention in Dubai. Remember, the president and his large entourage are in Dubai. They're trying to sell Ghana. Saw a flag on Burj Khalifa and all of that. There are two schools of thoughts, whether we paid for it or whether it was for free. I am looking forward to the president returning with his entourage with fresh ideas to help us all deliver the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. That for me is critical because this will not be the first time we have had government officials traveling outside the country into countries that have developed in a very short space of time, 20, 25 years. Look at what Dubai has been able to do. We celebrated our 65th anniversary recently. Malaysia, we started off with them. What is our story? What is their story? So we need to sit up and think critically. There's too much noise in the country, and sometimes when the people who have to act on the noise and who have to act on the real questions that are being raised tend to turn a blind eye to the issues that are being raised. You ask questions whether people are really in charge or people are managing our affairs or rather mismanaging our affairs. And so it was that I showed you a photo yesterday how some old people had been marshaled to go and hold placards in the name of NAPCO who have not been paid. Yesterday, I put it to the NAPCO guys. I told them, if these are your members who are saying that they are being lied to by the NDC, that NAPCO has helped you to build your businesses, that NAPCO is good, that the MP should pass the e-levy, you saw the placards. If that is the case, that means that all the advocacy we've been doing here on behalf of the NAPCOrians, as we like to call them, is yielding fruits, and so we will put their matters at the back bench. And then they fired a press release to suggest that government owes them an apology because those old women and old men that we paraded as NAPCO beneficiaries are actually imposters. So this is where we have got into. We are telling lies to win trust. Who does that? That the real NAPCO people who were put at the Independence Square. And we saw the numbers. Beautiful. Beautiful. Where are they? Why couldn't they be marshaled to come to the Cape Coast Stadium? Why couldn't they? And why would anybody at all have to get imposters? We have not even finished with dealing with the matter whether Adwoa Safo was in parliament to vote for the e-levy or it was an imposter. We have not finished that. And we are getting another one because so says the NAPCO guys. And government has not responded to it. The NAPCO secretariat is quiet about it. And it is the same thing that is happening with our police. Same thing. I won't go to the Supreme Court because, you see, I like to leave the technicalities to the lawyers to deal with it. But country broke, country no broke, we all day inside. You have heard the members of parliament talking. It does look like there will be another brawl in the House of Legislature. It does appear. Because If the pinchen doesn't stop, if the kukuru doesn't stop, the kika won't stop. So I would, at this point, the pastors and all the senior citizens who are calling on the speaker, who are calling on the majority leader, minority leader, who are calling on the ex-president to tone down a bit and to find a middle ground to build consensus, I would also ask them to direct their advocacy where it matters most, to whom it may concern. Because you see, there is a certain fine line between trying to frustrate people and trying to do what is right. Professor Mills said something, bless his soul. He said the fact that times have changed doesn't make wrong right, nor right wrong. It is still relevant today. If you are ethical, you will pinch yourself at some point. So it does appear we have, as a nation, lost that pinch. Look at what we are reading about the police. We are reading that the people who have been mandated, who we feed, clothe, house, and pay with our taxpayers' money, are the very people who are now robbing from us and killing us, including their colleagues. The police said it themselves. I am not manufacturing this. So I'm asking the IGP this morning, IGP Dampare, enough of the social media policing. Are we safe? Enough of the social media policing. You are trying to raise the positive image of the police. You are trying to get the police some reputational capital. But IGP, enough of the social media policing. There is fire on the mountain. Your backyard is dirty. And you cannot exonerate yourself from it because, you see, you have been at the top echelon of the police for some time. You have served. There are some good men and women within the police. But there are some terribly bad people among you. How did they get there? Political police, protocol police, proper police. That's what we have. Political police, protocol police, proper police. So we are recruiting people because they have connections. We are recruiting people because their parents are rich and can afford it. When you start taking monies from people, 5,000, 3,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, which the police has not denied, when the people get the uniform and the guns, they will try and get their monies back. They consider it as an investment. You have not responded to that. Same thing with the army, same thing with prisons, same thing with immigration. Now, if I want to serve my country, and you force me to pay 100 Ghana cedis, plus all the transport and all the food I come to eat and everything else that I pay for. Everything else, plus my medical bills that I even pay for. Plus the bribes that are collected, and people have alleged, you have not denied that. So you're already putting people in there, not because they are qualified. The painful part is that you disqualify people based on height. You tell them that they have tattoos. You tell them all manner of stories. Only for them to go to town to see people they are taller than in uniforms. That's the irony. So IGP Dampare, good morning to you. I'm sorry. Enough of the social media policing. Enough of visiting this place with your COPs and people following you about and you taking live Facebook, whatever it is, and greeting people. And it's good. It's nice PR work. But enough of it. That's not what that's not why you are there. Play the video of the IGP for me, telling us not to judge the Ghana Police Service by their past. Your past is looking at you like that, like a child who is hungry and looking at the mother and say, Mama, me did dang. Because
let go of our past and let us be. We understand. We've lost your trust. We've lost your confidence, your respect. We are going to earn them back. So please, don't continue to judge us by our past. And by some extension, even insult us. Because, to put it in Chi, Mumpeo, Ghana Police,
Dr. Dampare, good morning. You were Director of Planning and Administration when these guys were recruited. Director of Planning and Administration, you, boss. So you are very, very much in the thick of things. What kind of background check did you do on these guys? You were director of planning and administration, big post. What kind of background check did you do on people like this? And the allegations that people are trained for 3 months, some for 4 months. I lived in a barracks. Anybody who lived in a barracks knows 6 months is the minimum. Have you even taken time to look at your weapon drill? So 2 weeks, you train somebody to handle a Kalashnikov, one of the most powerful rifles in the world. But you know, this will only happen. Play the video of ACP Dr. Agojo. He's in court. He raised.
Who appointed them? Where is their loyalty? Don't answer. Keep it to yourselves. Now, the Inspector General of Police shall be head of the police service, but shall be subject to the provision of the article and to the control and direction of the police council. Who is the police council? Headed by the vice president, who is also a party member and a member of the government. What kind of advice do you expect from him? Now, the third one, subject to the provision of the Constitution, the power to appoint persons to hold or to act in an office in the police service shall vest in the president. Are you getting the point? Now, if it is the president, what else do you expect? Acting in accordance with the advice of the police council. Who is the police council? You know. Now, I just want to go to the police council for you to see the difference, what I'm really talking about.
So those were excerpts of Dr. Agojo's thing. And he was talking about the political influence on who gets what. We know in this country, before you become a lieutenant colonel, before you become an ADP in the prisons, a ACI in immigration, before you become an ACP in the police, your letter has to come from the big house, as they call it. The presidency, they must sign. If they don't like you, they don't sign. If they like you, they sign. So when you come, you are doing their bidding. Watch, all our IGPs are made acting IGPs, so they try to whip them into line. That's what your own people say. They try to whip you into line to make you understand what you have to come and do, or whether it is so. And then when you come in, this is what we see. I repeat, there are good men within the police and good women as well. But there are some terribly bad people among you. And one policeman has been speaking. Koko, lend me a minute. Let's play this video. It's important that we do. Kwame A. Plus, an MPP activist who also formed the TPP, he had cause to put up a Facebook post. The police has not responded to it.
Gaga, Asamaba de Charlie, and Yasam Kitwao. Moka say Bulo Van be da or say police ni boy be unco bone you know. Charlie, that them all be policemen oh. Them all be personnel. I swear, Omunina personnel. Or no any depo mates for any co bone you or that at the dempo no. Yacho Munina. Yacho mon fitimande no yacho munina. Boy, you trust nobody, I swear. But my bumpire say, Anya Kofodia trainee, a Akade put trainees 5859 for no. Omone D say, Jumano. Woman, that woman de pomit Bakwana. Moka say, somewhere last year, Bibisa guy be constable because a good deal be. Alarm swan no much and we need no a constable. Woman, a depomit. Akade for almost squad in even a quiet robin now. Ya power munina ya chiwo munina.
The horse's own mouth, and there's a longer version. Maybe you go on a social media page, you get to find it. But this morning, my key question to the IGP is: are we safe? There have been reports. You go and tell the police some information, and then the next point they are even telling. In this very video, the gentleman said the people who had mentioned names on the pages had actually been told by other police officers that it is Mr. A, B, C, and D that came to mention your name. Witness protection. You want me to trust you. You want me to come to you with information when I have it. You want me to report to you when I see something suspicious. But you are the very people putting all of us at risk. So I'm asking you, IGP, are we safe? You have a bodyguard. I don't have. The MPs have bodyguards. The president has a bodyguard. The vice president has a bodyguard. There are other government officials who are bodyguards. The people who employ you, who pay your salaries, do not feel safe. You should not be feeling safe. Consider your decision. Again, enough of the social media policing. Get on the ground and act.
Yes, maybe no. Welcome back. Well, this is still TV3 New Day, and it's time now for the big issue. And joining us in the studio this morning is Gabriela Tete. She's a member of the NDC communications team. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. And also, Elena Madeko is a member of the NPP communications team. She joins us. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah? All right. Okay, and then today, the man of the moment, the reason why we're going to talk about this particular issue, it's come back in the news, especially because he went to court to seek clarification on Articles 102 and Article 104(2) as well, on whether the Deputy Speaker, when he's presiding over proceedings in Parliament, has that right to vote and confirm quorum. Well, yesterday the Supreme Court ruled. It was a unanimous decision, and he's the man that sent that issue to court, and so he's here, lawyer Justice Abdullahi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everything okay?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Naturally not.
Naturally not?
Yes.
But yesterday you accepted it. You said, well, there's a win.
Actually,
Nobody lost.
Accepted.
There's a win for the Constitution
Absolutely.
and for Ghanaians. So if you say
so that's
not all is
reference
well,
to that.
Oh, it's not?
Yes.
Something else is wrong with you.
Absolutely.
What's wrong?
He's upset you put him between two women.
Oh, that. Oh, me? What did I do? I had nothing to do with this.
That would be
but
nice.
I mean, of course,
Very nice.
Not too
to
strong
hear
women.
from the horse's own mouth as
It would be
well.
very nice
Two
to you
strong
too.
women.
But that's good. Anyway, so what am I talking about here? So yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that a Deputy Speaker of Parliament or any other member of the legislature presiding over business of the House does not lose his or her right to vote while presiding. So such a speaker or member can also be counted as part of the quorum for decision making in the House under Article 1041 of the 92 Constitution. And there was also another ruling. So yesterday the court struck down Order 1093 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, describing it as unconstitutional, and they said it needed to be scrapped from the standing orders in Parliament. Let's take a look at what the Attorney General had to say about the ruling. Well, lawyer Justice Abdullahi is here, so we'll get his views on that.